Hi everyone, this is Selina. I hope you're well. Welcome back to one of my videos. If you're new to my channel, my name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. So today I'm bringing to you this gorgeous oversized elegant poncho. It's really easy to make and it's really elegant. So the free written pattern is as always on my blog selinaveronique.com and it will be linked in the down bar. All the pictures and photographs are on the blog too, so don't forget to check it out because I will be accessorizing this beautiful poncho on the photos. So this is available in size S to XXXL, and yes, so I will be making size SM. And so yes, so for this project you will need, so I think I used 5 skeins, or yeah, approximately 5 skeins for size SM of Lion Brand yarns Vanna's Choice. I absolutely adore this yarn. I used shade Aquamarine and it's a medium 4 yarn. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I used a 6.5mm crochet hook. All of this will be linked and written down in the down bar, so don't worry. And on my blog, I will be writing exactly the right number of yarn and skeins you will need for each size. I also used a tapestry needle and a pair of scissors. So yes, that's all you will need for this project. I hope you enjoy this really easy tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in and don't forget to subscribe. I will be using US terms for this project with British terms in brackets. So to begin this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make 2 identical panels for the front and the back. And this is what it looks like. So to begin, so it's a very simple V-stitch pattern row that we will be repeating, and I will walk you through this step by step, and then we will be finishing on smaller rows at the top, but again I will be showing you this in detail. So to begin, you will be making a slip knot, so just go ahead and make your slip knot, pop your hook through. So once you've made your slip knot, you will be chaining 56, and again this is for size SM, and for the other sizes the number of chains will be indicated on the free pattern on my blog selinaveronique.com, and it's all linked in the down bar. So chain 56, 1, 2, 3. So I've chained a smaller amount to demonstrate this part, but the principle will be the exact same. So now you are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 chains from the hook, and in that 4th chain you will be placing a double crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook, go into this chain, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, pull up a loop and go through 2 loops, and take your yarn and go through 2 loops. And this creates a double crochet, and the chain 3 here counts as a double crochet also. So now I'm going to show you how to create a V-stitch. So this is very simple. Now that you've placed 1 double crochet in that stitch, we are simply going to be placing a 2nd double crochet in this stitch, and this is how I create my V stitches. So this is our first V stitch. We are going to be skipping 1 chain and going into the next and placing 2 double crochets into that chain, 1 and 2, and skipping a chain and going into the next and placing 2 double crochets into that, and skip a chain and go into the next and place 2 double crochets into that. 1 and 2. And now I've reached almost the end of my row. However, you would have a lot more V-stitches to create, but I finished my row almost. I've got 1 chain here that I'm going to skip, and I'm going to go into the last chain space and place 1 double crochet into that. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into this last chain, and this is what row 1 looks like. So now for row 2, 1, 2 and 3, so we've chained 3. Turn your work, and you are simply going to be working inside each V stitches from the previous row. So it's a very easy. So what we are going to be doing is going directly into the V stitch from the previous row. We're going to go in that space and place 2 double crochets in this space to create a new V stitch, and this is what it looks like. We're going to go into the next V stitch and place another V stitch into that. And you are simply going to be going into each and every V stitch from the previous row until the end of this row. So I've almost finished this row, so I'm simply going to carry on, but you should have more stitches, of course. There we go. This is what we have, and I'm going to be finishing my row by placing 1 double crochet into the chain 3 from the previous row, and this is what we are going to have. So this is row 2 completed, and what we are going to be doing now is simply repeat row 2 over and over. So you are going to be repeating row 2 until you have 34 rows in total, and then I'll show you what to do once you have 34 rows in total. So again, I just wanted to say that the 34 rows are for size SM, so just consult the free pattern to make sure how many rows you need for the size that you are making. Okay, so I've done my 34 rows as you can see. Here we go. I'm trying to show you on camera. Again, there will be plenty of photographs on my blog, so check that out for more details. But this is what I have, quite a large panel. So now what we are going to be doing is chaining 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So what we are going to be doing now that we've chained 3, I'm just going to zoom in just because it will be clearer. We are simply going to be placing a V-stitch into the V-stitch from the previous row, exactly like I've just showed you, except for the next 8 V-stitches only. So just go into the first 8 V-stitches, so 1 V-stitch, like so, and just go into the next 7 V-stitches, and once you've done 7 V-stitches, I'll show you what to do to finish off this smaller row. So we are shaping the neck. Okay, so I've done my 8 V-stitches, and to finish off this smaller row, it will be the exact same principle as what we've just done up till now. We are going to be finishing the row on 1 double crochet, and this double crochet you will be placing on top of this V-stitch, so the next V-stitch. So just go ahead, locate that V-stitch, and you can either go directly into this space or just go on the top of this stitch. I'm just going to go on top of the stitch like so, but you can place it inside the V-stitch, it doesn't matter. So now once we've done that, we are going to be making 2 more rows of this size. So just go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Once again, just go ahead and turn your work. I'm trying to show you as best I can on camera. Just repeat this row. So place V-stitches on top of the V-stitches from the previous row, like so. So just go ahead and do that. And then to finish off the row, you will be placing a double crochet into that chain 3 from the previous row, and then just repeat this row one more time before you fasten off. So it's a very simple process, and you will need 1, 2, and 3 smaller rows in total. So I'm just going to let you make those before I show you how to do the other side. Okay, so now that we've done this side, we are going to be doing the exact same on the other side of the poncho. So just place your hook like this and attach your yarn the way you normally would. This is how I would do it. I'm going to make a double knot, and I'm simply now going to be doing the exact same process that I've just showed you. So I'm just going to briefly show you what to do. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, turn your work. And now I'm just simply going to be doing the exact same that I've just showed you. So just go into the next 8 V-stitches with a V-stitch. So just go ahead and do that. And just do that for 3 rows in total. I'm not going to go into this because I've just showed you what to do. But just carry on doing this row, and this will be all for this panel for now. So yes, so do that on both panels, and I'll meet you back to show you how to stitch your poncho together once you have the 2 identical panels. Okay, so I finished both my panels, and I am going to show you how to finish off, how to sew these 2 together. So it's very, very simple. So I've put photographs on my blog. I'm going to show you on camera too, but it's a bit sometimes difficult because it's such a large project. It doesn't fit into the whole camera. So this is what we have, and I've placed both panels, which are identical, on top of each other, and we are simply going to be sewing this part in, so just this part here and the other side here. So I'm just going to show you how we are going to be doing that. It's very simple. So there we go. So I'm simply going to be using the mattress stitch. So I'm popping my needle through one side, and I'm going to try and zoom in. There we go. And so for the mattress stitch, you are simply going in and out of the project, one side to the next. So I've got this loose end. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go into the other side and just use whichever stitch you prefer. I personally prefer the mattress stitch because it's such a seamless way of stitching. As I said, we are going through one stitch on this side and then the other stitch on the other side. And just go into each and every stitch across this shoulder. There we go. So I'm just going to finish it off camera. So just go all along here and then tie a knot and fasten off and tidy up all your loose ends. And then just do the same here, obviously nice and straight. So so here, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm back and I've stitched the top here and also the top here, and now what we are going to be doing is creating the border and edging of this poncho. So I finished stitching this part and this part, as you can see, and now we are going to be making the edging and border of this poncho. So it's really simple. What we are going to be doing, I'm just going to explain briefly before I show you. So we are going to choose a point. I'm going to choose this point where I'm going to pop attach my yarn onto this poncho, and so then I am going to go all the way up like this, and then I'm going to go down on the other side, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be clear here. We're going to go across here, so we're going to go around the whole poncho, so across here, then back up, and then down again on this side, and then across here to the first point where we attached the yarn. So I hope that was clear. Just rewind what I just said if you need more details. It's quite simple, but it means that we will have the same stitch all around the poncho, just to tie it all together, just to create this nice, beautiful, seamless edging. So pop your hook through. I'm just going to zoom in for this part now. So here we go. I've attached my yarn onto the project. I'm going to pop my hook through, and I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to go all the way up like I just showed you, and all the way round the poncho. And this is the wrong side of the stitches. This is how I call this part, which is usually the row side. So we are going to be alternating with row sides and obviously stitch sides, which are easier. I hope this makes sense. So yes, so this is the wrong side of the stitches, and we are simply going to be placing single crochets all around this side. So because there are no clear definite stitches, we are simply going to be placing a single crochet, so equally all across, like evenly all across this side. So I hope this makes sense. So just go ahead and place quite a few. So I'm just going to switch this round just so that it's easier to see. So just go ahead and place a single crochet all around this poncho, and just make sure, so there are no specific precise number of single crochets that we need to place. However, I do recommend that you place quite a few so that it doesn't stretch the project tight, if that makes sense. So just make sure that you place enough single crochets around this poncho, and then I'll show you how to finish off this round and then do the next round. So I hope this was clear. Just go ahead and pop a single crochet all the way around like I just showed you, and then I'll get back to you to show you the second row. So I'm still doing my first row, but I'm just coming back just to show you to place 2 single crochets every time you reach a corner. So we have 4 corners as we are going round placing single crochets, and so I've gone all the way around, and I am going to be slip stitching through that chain one that we did at the beginning to close off this round. And now I'm simply going to be going round again, and so to do so I'm going to chain 1, So once that I've chained one, this chain one counts as a single crochet. I'm simply going to go into the next stitch, but into the back loop only of that stitch to give a ribbed effect. So we're going to go round and place single crochets all the way around, but in the back loop only to give a ribbed effect. And I'm just going to let you do this. So once you reach the beginning, you will slip stitch like I just showed you, and you will also be placing 2 single crochets in each corner instead of 1, and also you will be making 1 extra row of single crochets all the way around. So just go around twice more, so we will have 3 rows of a border in total, including the one that we've just done, this one that we've just begun, and then a third one. And then once you've done that, I'll get back to you and show you how to finish off this poncho. So I'm back and I'm going to try and show you on camera. So I've gone all the way around my poncho and created my 3 rows of single crochets. So now what I am going to be doing is laying this poncho flat like so, making sure that both sides are evenly placed. And what I am going to be doing, so I'm going to try and show you on camera. So I'm simply going to be measuring 10 inches from the top of this project, like so. 10 inches is here. So just measure 10 inches, which is here on this stitch, and I'm going to be placing my stitch marker. So here we go, I've placed my stitch marker, which is a piece of yarn, and I am simply going to be doing that on both sides, and I'm going to stitch this part. So from the bottom here to the stitch marker, I'm going to sew, and this will create the poncho that we want. So again, just proceed on stitching. I've left a long tail for sewing, and I'm just going to be using the mattress stitch to sew this part together. So I'm just going to let you carry on with this. So just sew this in and then do this on both sides, and I'll show you how to finish off your poncho. Okay, so I'm back and I've stitched my poncho on both sides, and this is what it looks like. It's really cute. And so now I'm going to show you how to finish off this project with the neck. So I've attached my yarn to one corner, well, one specific place, and now I'm simply going to pop my hook through. I'm going to tidy up my loose end as I go. I'm going to chain 1 and then pop a single crochet into the next stitch. So we're just going to go around with single crochets, go into the next stitch with another single crochet, and into the next with a single crochet, and the next, and we are simply going to go around with a single crochet, and then once you reach this part, just slip stitch to the chain 1 and fasten off. Okay, so I finished my single stitch all around the neck edging, and this is it. We finished our beautiful oversized poncho. It's absolutely beautiful. As always, head over to my blog and check out the pictures, and I will be accessorizing it on the pictures. So yes, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.